I'm live. Hey, I thought I was late, so I was like rushing. And then I realized that I'm not late, I'm early. But that's okay, right? Um, I'm up there now. This is something new that I'm trying just to see what happens. And I think you can probably hear me okay. Um, and I am still a minute early, so I can just waste time. I can waste time best just as well as anybody. And so I'm going to waste a minute because I got a minute to waste. Isn't that great? Okay, anyway, lots of excitement going on. And wait till I tell you, free shipping today only. I sent out an email to everybody. I hope you got it. I haven't sent out an email blast for a while, so I thought, well, it's about time. So I sent out the email blast and it didn't say a lot, but it said free shipping today only. So I will forgive you if you leave and go out and place your order in a hurry and then come back. You can do that because the shipping is free. And hi, Susie. And that doesn't happen very often. And it's kind of funny because right now, Stampin' Up is really, they had April 4th was a record day for sales. Now, the reason for that was the new annual catalog came out to demonstrators, and we can pre order. Demonstrators can pre order a select number of things because they need to make samples up to get ready as soon as the catalog is live to the public, which is May 2nd. So they had that, and then they had the last chance list, which I'm sure you all saw. If you're out on our website, you would have seen the last chance list. That's all the items that are going away. The items in the annual catalog and the items in the mini catalog that are not being brought back. They are retiring, and some of them are reduced at pretty good prices. So those things all went on sale the same day. So April 4th was a record day, and they got so behind in shipping. And I mean, they have been having their issues in Utah because they got more snow than they've had in like 20 years. And now it's melting and it's causing some flooding. And so there's a lot of stuff going on there, but they had to hire temps and they had to put people on overtime, and they grabbed everybody from the offices and all over to help them get packages shipped out. And so we were all kind of surprised when they said free shipping one day only, because we thought, wow, you were so backlogged in shipping. But I guess they're all caught up now, and they want to kind of make it up to people that people got their stuff late. So now they're going to get it free. Hi, Carol. Hope all is well. I was just saying shipping is free today. If anybody grabs this on a replay or sees it and can wants to get out there and place an order quick before the day's over, do it, because that's a significant savings, really. I mean, I know my shipping costs have gone through the roof. Oh, crazy. Anyway, okay, enough about shipping. Let's see what else is going on. Well, new catalog. Besides that, uh, oh, I know. Susie attended and I attended what a couple of demonstrators. It's four demonstrators. It is Brandy Cox, um, yeah, Clump and Stamper. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I cannot think of her name right at the moment. But I'm gonna grab something that has her name on it so I can tell you, because it's not fair to not do that. Here, Jackie Bolhace. Okay, so it's Brandy Cox, Connie Stewart, Jackie Bolhace, and Sharon Armstrong. The four of them are very, very high up in the ranks as far as top sellers, and they are just so creative and come up with some great things. And they do a thing quarterly called Creativate. It costs $45, and you get all kinds of tutorials for all kinds of really cool projects. And I want to show you a couple of the projects that I made during Creativate. But I wanted to let you know that some of these ideas that I pass on to you at um, at the Facebook Lives and at the classes at the libraries and stuff like that, these are ideas that I got from some of these brilliant people who make up. They're so talented and they come up with some of the greatest stuff. And you're gonna wait till you see it. I mean, you are just not gonna believe this. But um, so I want to show you some of that stuff, and I also want to show you the person who signed me up. My That's called my upline. Laura Milligan is also she's $1 million salesperson. In fact, the Queen Bee stamp set she created. Hi, Linda. She created the Queen Bee stamp set when she was down at the office. When you have $1 million in sales, they have you down at the office, and they have a big celebration. Take you to dinner and do all kinds of neat stuff, and you get to sit with the designer and help create a stamp set. But anyway, Laura said during celebration, if we recruited anybody, which I recruited Linda and Karen both, um, or if you have over a certain amount in sales, she would invite you to a bingo that she does. And you would make some cards, and she sent us a kit to make the cards. And I wanted to just show you this kit because I think this is so cool. Um, it is the Memories and More card pack, and I'm sure that you have seen this in the catalog and not knew exactly what it was. But it's this one is called Enjoy the Adventure. So what you get in this set, you buy the cards and envelopes are one set. So this is what the envelopes look like, and here's what the cards look like. These don't You don't have to get the other cards. These are great note cards, and they're a little bit bigger than our normal sized cards. They are let me see if I can figure this out. If it says it on here, 6.5 by 4.5. So they're a little bit bigger than regular size cards. And then you get a card pack that has all these really cute little things on it. Let me see where I have it. I have it. I know that I put it aside here so I could show it to you. Yes, here it is. So you have these different, there's some stickers in it. There's some small cards that just say have different sayings, and they're different colors and things like that. And then there's some more stickers, and there's bigger cards, and they're two-sided. So like you have this one says, I cannot thank you enough. But anyway, so she showed us some cards to make, and we made them one line with her the other night. And then we were looking, and these are discontinued. So they're $8 a pack. So you can get the cards and envelopes in a pack. There's 20 cards and 20 envelopes for $8. And then the whole card pack is another $8. That's a steal. That's a really good deal. But so these are a couple of the cards that we made. I'm just gonna really quick show you um, some of these different cards. And I mean, it's so quick. You can throw these together. Heck, we weren't even on for an hour, and I think we made 5 cards. Just wanted to say hi. This was my own. This was not one that she did. Uh, that's one I did. So happy for you. You are my sunshine. So she sent us the cards and envelopes and the postcards, this card pack, and the stickers and all that stuff, and some little embellishments. So I thought that was very nice of her, and it gives us such nice ideas. And so I just wanted to pass that on to you since we're having free shipping for any orders over $75. Um, $8 is a good deal for those cards and envelopes. And what else? Oh, okay, I know what else. I was showing you last week some of the cards that people made for me. I showed you Carol's and Debbie's, and Susie made this one for Easter. Isn't that beautiful? Susie, you do just such nice work. Susie's on my team also, and so pretty. I keep telling these people on my team that they do such beautiful stuff. They keep me on my game, or they make me get on my game. They really push me to do a nice job because their stuff is so gorgeous, and so I just really am in awe with them a lot of times. So, yeah. Okay. So, this was one of the cards that we made in Creative Aid. It's a three. See, it opens there, and there. So it says, Happy birthday. Wishing you everything wonderful because you totally deserve it. Now, this is that 6x6 designer series paper, and you used 2 sheets of it. You had enough left over to do the envelope. And the girl who showed it, Jackie Bullhace showed it, and she said, "You might not like the idea of using 2 sheets of paper, but we all hoard paper. I do. I know I do. So what the heck? 2 sheets. Okay." And then this was another one of Jackie's. Uh, this is a spotlight technique, which someday I'll do this on the Facebook Live, where you stamp something, and this is heat embossed and then cut out, die cut out, and colored and raised so that it stands out. It looks like a spotlight is showing on it. I thought that was very pretty. Um, Here's another one that is really cool. It's a slider card. Holy guacamole, it's your birthday. Oh, did that work? So I keep wanting to hold things upside down. Okay, so watch. It pops out. Okay, so there's that. And then this one I think is gorgeous. This is with the seaside suite. I forget what it's called exactly. It is Seaside Bay Suite. This was Brandy Cox. Um, it's a window card. So there's a window there, and then it opens up here, and there's the inside. Is that not gorgeous? This paper is so pretty, and this is one of those stamp sets that I bought back as soon as the catalog came out. I just loved this. I thought it was so pretty, and I just never used it. And when she used it at that class, I said, "That's it. I'm getting it out and I'm using it." And this is the one that I am just totally, totally in awe of. I love this card. Who needs pop up cards? Look at this. It folds flat to go in an envelope and get mailed. People are going to get that. They're going to see it. They're going to say, "Well, now this is not a flat card." Whoa, look at that. Isn't that cool? Can you see there? There, you can see it good that way. I just love that. And she gave some ideas for some other things to do as far as the other pop up things. And I'm going to try them all, and I will pass them on to you too. So that's my show and tell for tonight. I just had to show you some of these neat things. Nope, I got one more thing to show you. I got this in the mail from Stampin' Up the other day. I told you already that I had my 5-year anniversary. Can you see that? It is a pin that has a 5 on it. I don't know if it shows up very well. If it would show up better here. And the note with it says, "Congratulations on your Stampin' Up anniversary. Wear this pin proudly." Uh, and it's a 5-year anniversary pin. I thought that was really nice. So I wanted to share that with you. They're a very nice company. They really are. Okay, so I can't hardly wait, Carol. Thank you, Susie. Carol, I don't know, but I have a feeling that that statement is made with a little bit of sarcasm. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe there was something that you especially loved, but I just have a feeling that that was a little sarcastic. Okay, guys. So we are going to move on to, let's see, what are we doing today? I actually have everything ready to go, and I'm going to get it out right now. so I can show you what it is we're going to do. I think. Yeah, there it is. Okay. First, I'm going to get rid of me because you'll be able to see things better if I only have the one screen, right? Yeah. Okay. So, annual catalog, that's out. I will be starting to show you some things from the annual catalog, hopefully next week. I did get a couple of stamp sets. I didn't go too overboard, but I got a couple of stamp sets, and I'll be using them and showing them to you. And so today I used now I got this pack of paper that was a host gift, and it has 12 by 12 48 sheets of 12 by 12 paper. That's a lot of paper. And it's all these really pretty bright colors. So I decided I got to start using some of this stuff because I got a lot of it. And so here we go. This is what I'm doing today. I want to show you one neat trick, though, before I even start with this. Um, this is the card I'm doing. Okay. It's opens up. It's a pretty simple card, sending happy thoughts for a very happy birthday. So it uses a lot of designer series paper. If you want to stretch your paper and make a bunch of these cards, if you cut this paper by 4 1/4 instead of four, or cut it by 4 inches instead of the typical 4 1/4, 4 1/2, and then put a hard cardstock background on it. First of all, it makes the card sturdier. But second of all, you can get 3 strips out of one piece of 12 by 12 paper. So keep that stuff in mind when you're cutting these out. So, okay, so what I did, I cut a piece of this. Like I said, it is 12 by 12. I cut it 4 inches by 12 inches. And then I'm going to score it let me see where I'm scoring it. I have a template here and I have everything written down so that I don't have to keep measuring stuff. Okay, I'm going to score it at 3/4. Now bring my scoring thing over here so it's not flopping around. That will throw you off if you don't have your cutting thing down flat on the surface. It will throw your measurements off. So if your measurements are ever off and you can't figure out why, that could be why. And Connie, I know, likes to. Connie's not here. Connie is in Florida by now, I believe. I know she said she was catching up with us during the week, but she's enjoying her golfing and, that kind of stuff. So she's having a good time. Safe travels, Connie. Um, anyway, she likes to use her scoreboard. And I have started using that and it does score very nicely, but it's another big piece of stuff for me to haul around. So I end up pretty much using this one. Oh my goodness. Speaking of Connie, Connie won the card last time. I almost forgot to pull one. So here we go. Let's see. Carol, you win this card tonight. Yay. Okay, Carol, I'm going to write a note to myself to make sure that you get this. What is today? Today is April 19th. And Connie got last week's, but I didn't send it to her yet because I knew she was away. So anyway, okay, we're scoring 3/4, and we're going to get this cutting blade out of the way first before we start scoring, so we don't cut our cutter paper when we want to score it. And with designer series paper, you don't want to score too hard because the paper will rip. It's it's not as, it's a little more fragile than cardstock. So we scored 3/4, 3.5, 8 3/4. And now I'm going to take 3/4 off of the end here. I'm not taking it off, I'm scoring it there because I'm doing a double open on this one. So I'm folding over the paper on that side. Okay, you'll see what I mean in a second. So we have that. We got to cut our backing paper, which I have already done, and we want that to be 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, which is standard card base size. Okay, so we want that. The next thing we want, and I have already done this, but we would take, I'm using the radiating stitches dies because I just love them. I use the smallest rectangle. So that one is 2 inches by about 3 1/4. I want a piece of white to go inside that. Excuse me, because Carol, you again. Oh, yay. Yep, Linda, it's Carol. So I want this piece to go inside, and oh, I did measure this and then I didn't write it down. What was I thinking? That looks like about 3. Yeah, 3 by 1 3/4. So I'm going to go 1 3/4 by 3. And that will, I want that to fit. Ooh, that's a little bit too wide. So I'm going to cut off a little bit more. Sometimes you end up doing this very scientifically like that. You put a piece in there, you say, okay, that looks like 3/4, so I'll do it 3/4. And then you look at it and go, oh, no, that was wrong. Okay, so those are my pieces. Now I think I am finished with the cutter and scorer for now. Put that off to the side. Okay, so now what we're going to do, we have all of our pieces cut, and oh no, I did not. I want this inside piece. It's a little smaller than normal. Normally I cut it 4 by 5 1/4, but because everything's just a little bit smaller, it's going to be 3 3/4 by 5. I have a whole lot of the insert sheets pieces cut already at 4 by 5 1/4. So I just grabbed one of those and I cut it down by 1/4 of an inch. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take this piece that we, just be careful when you're cutting this, make sure you have it going in the right direction. My first and almost screw up, but I didn't, was I almost cut it that it had to be backwards, that it would have been upside down or something. I don't know. I messed it up though, but I fixed it. So we're going to bring these pieces, the purple pieces, in. No, that's wrong. Okay. Okay. I'm going to take the whole thing this way and then this way. Yeah, that's right. Okay. No, that isn't right. Yes, this is the inside. Okay, folks, I do know what I'm doing here. I did make one of these. See? Trust me, I made it. It just looks like I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, so we're folding those pieces in the blue, the purple. It is oh, there it is, Orchid Oasis. That's what this color is. So I'm taking the Orchid Oasis. I have this piece here. I'm gonna glue these down. You don't have to, but they get annoying if you don't. So I'm gonna glue them down. And you guys all know that I have pretty much got a set schedule now where we're doing the Warnersville Library the first Thursday, 5 to 7. We're doing the Robizonia Library the second Thursday at 1:30. The third Thursday is at the United Church of Christ of Robizonia from 1 to 3. That's it. I have a team Zoom meeting Thursday, the fourth Thursday at 7:30. Just so you know. Okay, now we're going to glue this right onto this back because we can. A lot of demonstrators, when they're showing stuff, they're so organized. They do all the cutting first, they do all the stamping second, then they do the gluing and assembly. I'm just not that organized, I guess. I just can't seem to work that out. Okay, so now I did have this done ahead of time. The Petal Park. I used the Petal Park stamp set, which very conveniently has three flowers and they're all stuck together. So when you're stamping them, you're always going to get all three of them. Why do they do that? Here's why. Because there's a Petal Park punch. And this is it. And it has the three flowers. So these three flowers just kind of fit right in there. So if you stamp that and cut it, it works really nice. And then you got to just kind of stick a piece of green down in there to get that leaf. That's the only thing that kind of threw me off. But I did this ahead of time. I stamped the flowers in Daffodil Delight. I stamped an extra one just because I thought I lost it, and I didn't. I did the leaves, and I did a couple of them just so that I had them. And then for my greeting, I used Beautifully Happy. Now, this was a celebration thing, stamp set. I just thought it had some really pretty little small, nice font sayings, and they fit in here really nice because as you can see, you don't have a lot of room in here on the little one. You could make it bigger if you want to put a bigger greeting, but I didn't. I like the small one, so I liked using these little things, and I put sending happy thoughts for a very happy birthday. Or you could do for a feeling better kind of day for like a get well card. You could do a thank you card. This has a lot of really nice little sentiments. So thank you, kindness matters, something like that. But I'm going to stick with my happy birthday for this one. So I have my flowers stamped. I do not have my greetings stamped. I'm going to do that right now. And I am doing the sending happy thoughts. And I'm doing it in Orchid Oasis. I'm going to kind of put it, whoops, kind of put it over here in the bottom. And I'm stamping this sentiment first because I want to fit those flowers around it. So there's that. And then on the inside, oh yes, I'm going to have to stamp there too. for a very happy birthday is going to go here. And I am going to take, I do have these, yes, I have these flowers. Um, yeah, here's Daffodil Delight. And then I'm going to use Old Olive on these leaves because I don't know why, because it's what I grabbed. I'm just going to put a couple of leaves here and there. That's good. Two is good. So now my stamping is done. Now what I'm doing with this, you take your pick tool. One of the tips on the take your pick tool is this little ball. The purpose of that is so that you can take something like this flower, and just kind of move, push in on it a little bit and get it to kind of make it kind of curl. So that's what I'm trying to do here, is get it to curl. And there's a bunch of different ways that you can do that. You can do that with your bone folder. You can do it with this little thing. You can just push in the middle of it and it makes it stick up like that. And then I'm going to take my bone folder and just kind of make these leaves. Do a little bit on the ends. And then I'm going to take this, get rid of that. This is just a piece of foam padding that I don't even know where I got it, to tell you the truth. It was a dollhouse thing, because I do this with dollhouses too. Make the little flowers like that. Um, yeah. So then I'm going to take some glue dots and I'm just going to stick a glue dot on the back of this flower and stick it on there, kind of sticking off the edge a little bit. Same with this one. And this one. I'm not sure why I have 4 flowers, but I'm only going to use 3. And that third one is a little bit different, but it's okay. And then I have a leaf, which I'm going to stick underneath here a little bit, sticking out. And that's it for the glue dots. So I'm going to use regular glue on this one, because it doesn't matter if you use glue dots or regular glue on the leaves. Stick that there, and I have some leftovers. Then I take this Orchid Oasis radiating dyes, and I'm just going to glue the back of this, glue this down to it. Let that dry. Whoops. Set it aside for a second so that it dries straight. I don't knock it, but it gets crooked. I'm going to take this and glue the middle in. Like so. Now, you actually have a couple options with this. You could stick a piece of ribbon underneath here in between the designer series paper and the backing and bring it around and tie it in the front, like above, tie it in a bow here to keep the whole thing shut. But I'm, I don't know, I'm not a real big fan of that idea. So all I'm going to do is put some dimensionals on this side only. And the best way to do that, well, the best way to do it, I guess, is to just do it. And just make sure you don't get it past that side because you'll glue your card shut if you do. Now, as much as that would be fun to watch, you probably won't be there when the person opens it and starts swearing at you. So you probably should not glue the card shut. And there we go. That's our card. So that's card number one, sending happy thoughts for a very happy birthday. And the whole card is done, but the envelope is not. So I'm going to grab an envelope. Ugh, just knocked a whole bunch of envelopes on the floor. So I made one earlier, and I have this one. And I told you I only cut, I have a 4-inch piece of paper left. All I have to do is find it, and then I'll put those on the back of the envelopes. I am putting this stuff away right away because I don't want to lose these. I started finding, I was trying to kind of get things put away the other day, and I started finding um, these photopolymer little pieces around here, there, and everywhere. And I'm trying to find the stamp sets that they go in because you all know that I sell my used stamps, and I don't intend to sell used stamp sets with pieces missing. So I have been looking for them, and then I said, okay, you got to put these away as soon as you're done with them. So that's what I'm trying to do now. Get them put away as soon as I'm done with them. I still didn't find that paper. I'm still looking for it. It can't have gone far, right? But I have a couple of projects going here at the same time, so I do have some other paper. So you know what? Nuts on it. I'm not going to use that paper. I'm going to use this paper instead. I've got this Regency Park 6x6 paper, and it's little florals like that. And I have got quite a bit of it, so I'm going to use it for the envelopes because then that takes one sheet. One sheet, and I cut it down 2.5 by 6. Gives you a little piece if I ever want to use it to decorate the inside of a card, right? So I will save that and put that away. I'm going to actually use my silicone mat here. I'm going to set the envelope on that. And just smush a little bit of glue over it. I start this down a little bit and push it up. That way I don't put so much glue on the edge, but I don't miss the edge either. So see, I don't take the glue line all the way up to the top flap, but if you don't cover that top flap, it's going to peel off. So I started here and I move it up. So now this paper has glue on it and it's going up into that flap. And then, of course, you just cut. I have a pair of, I guess they're scrapbooking scissors. I got them for dollhouse stuff, but they are scalloped and they cut this. They look really cute when you use it to cut these, but it, I don't happen to have them sitting right here, so I'm not going to use them right now. Okay, so there we go. That's number one. One more. I'm only doing two tonight because I did a lot of chit chat in the beginning. Sorry, guys, didn't mean to mess you up there, but on the second card, and this is an old favorite stamp set that is still going to be in the catalog this year, the new catalog, which I'm really happy to see. Even though I don't use it that much, it's one that I like. So, okay, and I'm doing a little what they call a mashup. Like, when people do that with music where they take two different songs and blend them together. Well, I'm doing that with two different stamp sets. I'm using the Hello Ladybug for the Ladybug, and there's a leaf, but I'm not using that leaf. I'm using the tropical leaf because it has a punch that goes with it. And so now I can just use it and I don't have to cut anything. I can just use the leaf punch, which I do like that idea. And the finished card, my sample finished card is here somewhere. I'm not quite sure exactly where, but when I was working on this, I was thinking, now that would make it cute. That would go very cute on this paper, this card that I showed you before, the note cards and envelopes. That would go really cute on this, don't you think? So then I started getting colors out that coordinated with this card, and there's a lot of them. I have pumpkin pie. I have I don't even know what this is. I think this is an old one. I think it might be pale papaya because this is the designer series paper that I chose. And here's my finished card. Again, it's that split, and it says, "Hello, you can bug me anytime, my friend." Did you ever have a friend that calls you and says, "I don't mean to bug you, but..." That's exactly who this card is for. Okay, but I'm gonna do this one. This one's gonna be a thank you card. Um, and it's gonna be a thank you card. And I'm doing it the same as the last one. So I have a piece, except I only did one side with this back. Okay. So it's just one piece going down there, which makes it's a little different. Okay. Uh, and I never did the back card for this, so I'm going to do that quick too. And this should be, let me get some of this junk out of the way so I can open my sample. 5.5 by 4.25. So there's the 5.5 and 4.25. And I'm going to cut a second one right away so I have it for my other card. It's already cut. Okay, so there's that. This is already cut 4 inches. It's 4 by 12. So we have to score it at 3/4. And these are the same measurements as the last card, except I'm not doing that last 3/4 piece. So it's 3/4, 3.5, Open up the arm, and I'm doing exactly what I told you not to do, and that is put this on an unlevel surface. 8 3/4. And I'm not done with that yet. Okay, so we're going to fold this way, fold it this way, and then we're going to bring this flap over this way. And I'm going to glue that flap down right away so it's not annoying. And then I'm going to glue the whole thing down to this piece right away because there's no reason I can't do that right away. And while I have it out here, I'm going to do the same thing with the finished card that I didn't finish. Can't really be a finished card if it's not finished, right? Okay. So again, I used the radiating stitches, but this time I used a little bit bigger of a die. It was the second one out instead of the smallest. Just because then it fits the ladybug and it fits one of those, a couple of those leaves. So I just thought it would look better that way. And so now I need to cut a piece of white paper to fit inside that. And it looks to me like that's going to be 3.5 by 2.25. We're going to try that. 3.5 by 2.25. Yep, that looks pretty good. Okay. We're also going to cut down our piece for the inside right away. And that piece is going to be 3 3/4 by 5. So there's the 5. And there's the 3 3/4. Hi, Barb. Hey, how you doing? Barb had a gallbladder surgery earlier this week. How's recuperation? Are you? I guess you're out of work for a little while. Hope everything is good now. And I know you were having a little. Well, it wasn't. I you said you don't recommend it. It wasn't fun. I understand. My husband went through that. I did not. But the day he went, when he went through it, it was not fun at all. Okay, let's start cutting our leaf. Now I punched this out and just put the spine on it. I did not use okay, so there's a die, not a die, a this, this a stamp, but that's to stamp on white paper. And since I'm using colored paper, I don't need that. I just need the spine. And so I'm just going to take the spine and I'm going to use Cajun Craze because that's a nice dark contrast to this piece. Oh, you went back to work already? Wow. Yeah, okay. Okay, that makes sense. Working one. So it was either sit around and think about the pain or go back to work. And working one. That makes perfect sense to me, Barb. And I'm glad that you are feeling well enough to go back to work. That was very quick. Um, I I want a stem, but I just want one stem, and I only want it partial. So what I'm doing is I'm taking again old olive, and I'm going to put this stem on the block the way I want it to show up, but I'm only going to try to ink that. Wish me luck because this is going to be a little bit of an operation here. I want to get it on here off to the side. And I just want to get that there. That looks like I might have done it. Okay, there's that. And then the little ladybug is going to be black. And with this memento ink, you have to really ink this up well. You want to make sure that the whole, because as you tend to dab it, it kind of tends to go off, if that makes sense. There. Now, the last one I did, the first card I did that in real red. I'm not fond of that. So, oh, I put a fingerprint on that. Sucker. Ugh. So, I'm not real fond of the real red. So, I'm going to try Poppy Parade this time for the Ladybug's body and hope that gives me a little more pleasing effect. Yeah, I think I do like that a little bit better. It's a little bubbly. And actually, I might even try to get back in there and get a little more in there. Oh, yeah, that did it. That's good. That is perfect. Now, what I did on the other one, and I'm going to do it again, is I put the one with the spines on it, but I also put another one in the background. Now, I could use, that's pumpkin pie. I don't think I like the pumpkin pie. I like the yellow better. So I'm going to dig out a piece of Daffodil Delight. See if I can find a spot to punch. Yeah, there it is. And I guess that's it for that piece. Now, it doesn't really need the spines on it because it's hidden under the other one pretty much. So that's good enough. Put the Lid Pompey Parade away. And then glue this white to the, oh wait, before I glue the white to the black, I'm going to write, let's see, I would like this to be a thank you card. And I'm not sure this is thanks so much. I'm not sure if that is going to, oh yeah, it does. Yeah, that fits. Oops, I shouldn't have put the black away so fast. Pardon my head if it's in the way, but that's perfect. Okay, I'm going to move this to the black. And I'm trying to cover up that fingerprint. And that did the trick. I was going to put a flower there, but I don't have to. That worked. And again, don't glue the card shut. Just put your dimensionals on half of the card. I have to tell you, if you're watching this on a replay, make sure you put a comment in there. You need to put a comment though. I love when you hit like, but if you just hit like, I don't know who it came from. You have to put a comment. You have to say um, hello or something, anything. Then I will put your name in the drawing to win the card. You don't have to be watching tonight. You can be watching on a replay. And I will still put your name in the drawing for the card, but you have to put your name. You have to say hello. You have to say something, comment somehow. Um, Also, if you share with anybody at all, share with your sister-in-law, share with your kids, share with anybody at all, I will give you a second entry in the drawing. So um, go for it. And actually, I might up the ante a little bit. If you, yeah, let me think about this. I think instead of just the card, I might give you some embellishments or something too, but we'll start that next week. So I'll have to think about what I'm going to put in that to sweeten the pot because I really would like you to get to share this a little bit so some other people start watching and commenting, and that just makes it so much better. I'm going to put a couple of these little black dots on this guy. Okay, there we go. So, oops, I have to put the inside. I didn't glue the inside in, and I need to put something on that. I think what I'm gonna do is I have this. This has a daisy, and I like daisies, so I'm gonna put a little daisy on it. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make the daisy. Oh, let's see. think that I will make the daisy. What color do I want to make the daisy? Oh, yellow. I'll go with yellow because that's just a good daisy color, right? And I have yellow right here. That always helps. And then I'm going to put a little poppy parade. Yeah, using up the DSP sure comes in handy, doesn't it, Susie? Okay, that's going to go inside here. And that's that. Same deal. I'm going to cut up some of this designer series paper here. I'm going to put it on the envelope to jazz up the envelope a little bit. I'm not going to make you stand here and watch me do that because you all know how it gets done. I just did it twice. So I don't think I need to do it again with you watching. But thank you for watching. It is 8:30. It's time for me to get moving on. I'll be at the United Church of Christ in Robizonia tomorrow, and I will be back here next week, same time, same station. Thanks so much for joining, and I hope to see you next week. Have a wonderful evening. Good night. Oh, I better, you know what, before I go, I should put these cards so you can see them again so that that's what shows up at the end. Get this junk out of the way. And now I'm talking to myself, right, guys? Okay, once again, thank you guys. Carol, you get to pick one, flowers or ladybugs. Let me know. And I will talk to you guys later. You can just send me a message, Carol. Flowers or ladybugs. Good night.